Hi guys, it's Amazing Purple Girl and we are back with Kathy Rain. This is part 7. We finally found out where Charles Wade is staying, but this person here, this nurse, tells us he's not. But his daughter tells us he is. So, I wonder who might be lying. But we need to get rid of her, Kathy said. I thought we might be able to show a photo to show we do know him, but apparently that's not it.
Smoking allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on healthcare regulations.
Calendar?
A calendar from 1991. Guess they really liked that year.
Isn't that like 5 years ago in the game?
No thanks. I have better things to do. Rows and columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging.
Oh, right. That's not a hotspot.
I can't read it from here.
Okay. Let's go back outside then. I have a feeling we need to enlist help. Maybe. I wonder if this is the bum from the jail.
We meet again,
Yep.
Mr. Homeless Guy.
It is. I thought it looked like him.
Homeless? That's the worst thing I ever heard of, and totally untrue.
So, what's up with the trash can? Digging for treasure?
Well, I'm just going through a rough patch. By the way, you owe me $10.
I do actually.
Nah, you agreed to 7.
Oh yeah, it was 7.
You're busting my balls here.
Yeah, but you did agree.
Better get those balls checked out in this clinic then.
So cold. Like a stake through the heart.
What do they call you anyway?
Goober. Everyone calls me Goober.
Okay.
All right, I'm Kathy.
Pleasure to meet you.
So, what's your story anyway?
My story?
Yeah, don't all bums have a story?
For your information, this is all just a dry streak in my showbiz career.
Okay.
Is that so? I don't recognize you at all.
I used to have more hair.
That I actually believe.
Come on, man. Frankie Gold is my stage name. Surely you must have heard of me.
Nope.
Not really, no.
Oh, come on. I have starred in dozens of Hollywood movies.
Okay.
The Silence of the Lambert, Jacob's Ladder, The Usual Surprises, Natural Bald Killers.
Not ringing any bells.
Kids these days, no appreciation for quality cinema. Breaks my heart.
Okay.
So, tell me about this acting career of yours.
Oh yeah, if you're an actor,
What about it?
maybe you can help. I have to know about this one.
I'm not sure I want to know what Jacob's Bladder is about, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Jacob's Bladder. The tragic story of Jacob Cobb, a schizophrenic man who forms an imaginary romantic relationship with his bladder.
Oh,
During
don't
long
think
and
so.
joyful monologues on the can, he starts referring to his nether regions by the name of Jenny.
Good Lord.
Sadly, before Jacob has a chance to elope with his sweetheart, he gets committed to an asylum due to increasingly erratic behavior. After a big fight with his paramour, Jacob refuses to pee for a week, and he dies from a ruptured bladder.
How do you stop yourself peeing? That's what I don't know. Right, I'm
Oh,
not worried about
never
those.
mind.
Not the cultured type. I understand.
No.
So, how good an actor are you?
The best. The very best.
Sure.
You know, that nurse in there, she said she loved you in all those movies. And that she always wished you'd give her a live performance.
I know it. She always gave me these strange looks. I thought it was contempt, but her face must just be cramping up from shyness.
Yeah, that's definitely it. She'd love to see you act, I'm sure.
I'm sure too.
I'm gonna have to oblige. Which movie do you think she'd like the best?
The only one I've asked about.
Definitely Jacob's Bladder.
I'm feeling the pressure.
Could be that is the right one, and I just got lucky.
Oh, Jenny, everything is forgiven. You and me were like peas and carrots. I'm just so full of your love that I think I'm about to burst.
No point. I wouldn't even know what room to go to.
Hey, where did you go? Oh, I don't feel so good. Thank you, thank you. You've been a great audience.
It's not that one, is it? We need to get her out.
That wasn't really an electrifying performance.
Okay, electrifying.
I'll have to intervene
right.
somehow.
Okay, could we do the Mind Electric? That's a song, not a show. Okay, right, I need to ask about these films then. I didn't know it was going to be important.
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi.
Doofus, it was Goober. Career.
So, tell me about The Silence of Lambert.
Lawrence Lambert, a real estate agent, suddenly turns mute overnight. For weeks, he tries to communicate with customers using a self-invented sign language, only to realize that true love needs no communication at all. He marries his housekeeper, who only knows 2 words in English, yes and clean.
Okay.
In the end, Lawrence dies of a heart attack in the arms of his lovely wife, Consuelo Lambert Vasquez. Based on a true story.
It could be that one because she can't hear him because she's listening to music.
Give me the rundown on The Usual Surprises.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during a surprise birthday party of a 34-year-old Sid McBacon. The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the audience guessing who the protagonist actually is.
Weird.
The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies of an epileptic seizure. I guess it's more of a dark comedy.
Seizure.
Natural Bald Killers?
It's a dystopian vision of the future where people are valued by the quality of their hair.
Mm-hmm.
The protagonist, Eddie Zephyr, turns bald in high school.
Okay.
One day, he has simply had enough of all the teasing and the bullying, and he completely snaps and heads out on a scalping spree in search of the perfect head of hair.
That might work.
Eddie makes his way to Mexico for an illegal hair transplant. However, he has an adverse reaction to the anesthesia and he dies on the operating table.
Hey, how about a...
Sure.
Yeah, The Usual Surprises,
How
I think.
about The Usual Surprises?
Business as usual. I can't believe you guys did all this for me. You know, what's that smell? Bacon? Oh, Bobby, my head hurts. I'm seizing.
Run out.
Nurse, he's seizing. Oh, shit. Man, I feel like a total jackass. I'll have to make it up to the poor guy later.
We gave him $7, didn't we? Right, computer time, I guess. Oh, what? I have no idea. Oh, hang on. Can I use my floppy?
It's labeled boot.
Extract admin password.
Crap. Looks like I have to figure out the username some other way.
Great. The other disk's no use, is it?
It's labeled boot.
Oh, that is the other disk. Ah, I haven't got the other disk anymore. Okay.
Employee of the month,
Ah.
Carlita Mendez. Ugh, what a joke. It's that obnoxious nurse.
Okay. Yay! There we go. So, see, Wade. No patient record found. Let's try Wade. Ah, there we go. He's there.
Gotcha.
She lied. He's in room 6B. Is there anything else I need here? Oh no, it's 95, not 96. Okay. Oh, okay. Invasive heart surgery. 6B anyway, that's what we need. Actually, should I I should, shouldn't I? Then she won't know. Hello, Mr. Wade.
It's all right, Claude. Understood, sir.
I recognise that voice from the voice message that we made.
So, you managed to find me.
Yep.
I did.
Well, let's get this over with then. How do you want your pictures? Shall I get some tubes to fill my face with? Will that suffice for your
not a journalist.
front page?
I'm no journalist. Well, not yet anyway.
She's but a cub. So, you're hoping for your big break.
No.
Surely this must be worth an internship at one of the big papers. Do you want me to call Thompson at the Times and get it over with? I still play golf with him every once in a while.
That's not what this is about. It's personal.
Sounds serious. Perhaps I should ask Claude to produce his gun.
No, I don't
You know,
mean that.
Charles, the person most likely to be harmed by a gun tends to be its owner.
Ooh.
Very true. That's something the Japs who captured me learned the hard way.
Did my grandfather bail you out then too, or was that one of the few times where he didn't save your sorry ass?
Hold on there. Explain yourself.
You're willing to listen to something other than your own voice? I'm stunned. I'm Kathy Rain. Joseph was my grandfather.
Now I remember. You were at the funeral.
Oh, were you there
I
too?
was.
You were late.
I needed my morning smoke. Besides, it's not like Grandpa was going anywhere.
Oh, just look at her, Claude. She's absolutely fearless. That's Joseph's blood running through her veins.
She certainly has a smart mouth, sir.
I must say, you have me intrigued, Kathy. What can this old man help you with?
Sound like Dave Gilbert. Yeah, cocky.
Do you recognize the call sign
I'd hope so.
Cocky?
Would be strange if I didn't, since I was the one who coined it. It belongs to a fellow named Jimmy Cochran. He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad joke.
Perfect. Thanks.
About time.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
I wish I did, Kathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment? MRIs, neurologists, say what you will about Joseph. But he was never rich.
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
She's just too proud. At first she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda, that there were strings attached.
And there weren't.
And were there?
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly. I wanted to help. People from places like this have a deeply rooted mistrust in the rich, passed on for generations. In her eyes, I had become one of them.
So that's all you know about the whole affair?
Are you implying that there's more to know? I left the diagnosis to the professionals. Mrs. Rain accepted the health care. but asked me to stay out of everything else. So I did.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together, married our high school sweethearts together, went to war together. I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice, but he came up ahead, no doubt.
So, when did you two lose touch? I heard that something happened between you and him. What was it?
The truth is, Brian Rain happened. Sharon Evans happened.
Your parents.
My parents?
Yes. They ruined everything with their vile, destructive behavior. I couldn't have that around my daughter or my newborn grandson. Joseph was naive. He believed that anyone could be helped, that anyone could be reasoned with, given a chance. He was just too good, bless him. He should have been harder on Brian, more strict.
It's hardly Grandpa's fault. He did everything he could to set my father straight.
Oh, I never claimed to doubt Joseph's commitment, but I'm not going to ignore his flaws either. Your grandfather often used his heart when he should have used his head.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I believe it is, objectively. But I shouldn't speak ill of the dead. Eventually, my company grew much too large for this little town, and we moved on. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair. That marked the end of our friendship, for obvious reasons.
Aeroplanes going overhead. Right. Okay, Lily Myers.
You bought a number of paintings by Lily Myers. Why?
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the paintings speculatively. When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream of certain connoisseurs. Shortly after procuring the art, I had it valued by an expert who determined that the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for. Today, I'm sure I would have made my money back tenfold or more if it wasn't for the art theft.
It's not art.
What art theft?
There was a burglary at the mansion I used to own here in town. It was all over the local news at the time.
Well, shit.
Eloquently put.
Tell me about Jimmy Cochran. Is he still alive?
In a literal sense. He's been held in a mental institution for years.
Let me guess. Since 81?
Either 82 or 83.
Oh.
I'm fairly certain it was early 83.
Not straight away.
Do you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an E. Emerson, Everton, or similar.
Okay.
Ingstrom? Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital?
Yes, that's the one. You know the place, Kathy.
Oh. Yeah, your mum. Go and tell him the truth.
I do. My mother is in there. Sharon Evans?
He
I had her
knows
committed
Sharon
about a year
Evans.
ago.
You mentioned her.
I see. It must have taken a lot of courage to do that, Kathy. Mothers have a lot of power over us. More than most of us care to admit.
I guess so. Do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
Some obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became fixated with circles and started hurting himself, trying to scratch the circles out of his head.
Creepy. I wonder what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the city now.
Okay.
Can you tell me about the art theft?
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. Lots of broken windows. The strangest thing was that I had a Monet, a Rembrandt, and 2 paintings by Picasso, untouched. But every single painting by an unknown local artist, gone.
That can't be a coincidence.
No.
Agreed. Somebody wanted those paintings badly.
I assume there was an investigation.
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later, but they didn't have much luck. They found a few hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Some stunning police work right there.
Yeah.
Indeed. There was a single witness, though, who said he could make out multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime, but nothing more than that.
So, I take it the case was closed?
Yes. I honestly didn't care much one way or the other, given the fact that my most expensive pieces were safe and sound.
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff about the matter, if that's okay with you.
Certainly. I'll call ahead and instruct him to give you everything you need.
That'd be great. Thanks, Charles.
Anytime. But I'm curious, what's your interest in the paintings?
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sue and asked to see them, right before he had his injury.
Is that so? Strange.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like any other church to me. But then again, I'm not their usual clientele. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster. And I always leave early.
What do you see in this picture, Charles?
Fireflies would be my best guess. They can grow terribly large around
so.
these parts.
About the flower. Oh, do not have the picture of the flower.
Do you recognize this, Charles?
Of course. Your grandfather, me, Jimmy Cochran, taken shortly before we went to the war.
You guys look like you just won the lottery or something.
Indeed. We were mere children, with no concept of what we were getting into.
I wonder if he knows about this key.
Do you know what this key opens?
You must be truly desperate if you ask random people
random.
a question like that.
Yeah, thank you, game. So I'm just thinking this Jimmy Cochran is probably going to be the one who knows more about things.
I don't need to show him that.
Okay. How about the dictaphone?
I don't need to show him that.
Fine. What was this?
Do you know what this is?
Oh,
A flower?
Eileen gave
Why
it
don't
to
you
us.
consult a botanist instead of bothering me with this nonsense?
okay. Fine. Right, I think we're done.
Thanks, Charles. That's all I need for now.
You're welcome, Kathy. Come back anytime.
Oh, thank you. I will. Gramophone?
Looks like Wade brought some of his old tunes with him.
Even that is beyond me. A gramophone. Right. That's not a painting. That's Claude. It was in the wrong spot.
That guy is huge. I wonder how many cows he eats per day.
Right, let's go. I'm not worried about the paintings. Okay. Where are we going now? I can't remember what the other choices were. We got the church, haven't we? Oh, he's gone. Probably because we've put him in the hospital. Oh, that's not funny. Alright. Where are we? Yeah. Might not be going anywhere, actually. Let me just check the time. Well, actually, that is all we've got time for, I'm afraid. So, yep, we finally met Mr. Wade. And we're got the nature reserve where the flower is and the church. I think go to the church next, and we'll obviously be going to the psychiatric hospital in the next, well, chapter, I suppose you'd call it, but it's the next day for Kathy. But thank you for watching. The mystery gets more mysterious, as we will say, and I will be back with more Kathy Rain.